Good morning, student. We are discussing our second unit, sports and nutrients. Our next topic is dieting myths. Dieting myth is unscientific thought about the food. First myth, low fat or no fat diet is good for you. This is a misconception that low fat or no fat diet is good for weight loss because fat is important. It's provide energy, helps to repair the tissue, transportations of importance vitamins like vitamin A, D, E, K, etc. in the body. Therefore, to lose the weight, cut down saturated fat and eat more unsaturated fat. Okay, saturated fat means those fat which we get from animal product like ghee, butter, and unsaturated fat means those fat which we get from the plant product like soya oil, olive oil, etc. So if you want to lose weight, eat unsaturated fat because fat is also important importance uh, to provide the energy. Next is crash dieting or fasting make you lose weight. This is a misconception that fastings help to lose weight because fasting helps to lose weight only for a short time. For a long time, it affect the body. Body gain more fat more than he lose during fasting when he take diet. Okay, body gain more fat than he lost during fasting when he start taking the diet. So if you want to lose weight, do a workout, do a exercise. Next myth is food eaten late night is more fattening. This is misconception that food eaten late night is more fattening because fat content remain the same whether you eat morning or night. The reason um, when we eat when we eat at late night, we do not do any physical workout. Therefore, the fat is stored in our body and leads to weight gain. Slow metabolism, slow metabolisms prevent weight loss. Uh, Slow metabolisms. This is a misconception that slow metabolisms prevent weight loss because slow metabolism burn few calories, which means more calories is stored in our body, more fat is stored in the body. Therefore, the persons face difficulty in losing the weight. Fast metabolisms burn more calories quickly, so do exercise to increase the metabolism. Low fat milk has less calories. This is a misconception that low fat milk has less calcium than fat milk because the calcium is in water part and not in creamy part of the milk. Next misconception like vegetarian cannot build muscle. This is a misconception. Vegetarian can also build muscles by eating by getting the proteins from vegetable source like cheese, nuts, pearls, etc. So vegetarian can also build muscles by taking protein from vegetables. Vegetables. Healthy food is expensive. This is misconception that healthy food is expensive because healthy food is healthy food. See, healthy food is a seasonal food. If you eat seasonal food, it will be less expensive as well as the nutrients in seasonal food is more. Therefore, eat seasonal food. Next is only overweight person need exercise. This is a misconception that the persons who is overweight they should only do exercise. Okay, because exercise is important for all people, whether he is underweight or overweight. It's help to keep us healthy physically, mentally, emotionally, etc. So do a physical workout whether you are underweight or overweight. Egg increase cholesterol levels, so avoid them. Yes, egg contain the calories levels. Calories in egg is high. Therefore, eat if you eat one egg per day, then it is not harmful. So if we take egg, there is no ill effect on the health. So take one egg per day. These are some misconceptions about the food. Next is diet. Effect of diet on performance. Effect of diet on performance. Diet means the food which we eat. Diet play an important role in sports performance, as there are lots of activity in games and sports. Thus individuals require a specific diet to improve his performance. Diet before the competitions, during the competitions, and after the competitions. What type of diet should the person should take before, during, and after the competitions? The diet 1 week before the competitions, he should take more complex carbohydrate, because the energy contained in the complex carbohydrate is more and it store the glycogen. He should and diet before the competition, that is up to 4 hours before the competitions. The person should take complex carbohydrate like rice, potato, bread, etc. And it helps to increase the glycogen levels, and the person should take less fat, proteins, etc. During the tournament, the person should take more simple carbohydrate, because simple carbohydrate provide quick energy. It is the immediate source of energy. The person should take sufficient waters. He should take liquid items. During tournament, the person should eat the liquid items more as compared to solid items. And after the competitions, the person should take sufficient amount of complex carbohydrate, low fat diet. He should eat proteins, because game and sports, he should eat proteins, because proteins have to repair the tissue, repair the damaged tissue, etc. And also take complex carbohydrate. The energy contained in complex carbohydrate is more as compared to simple carbohydrate. Okay student, therefore diet before the tournament, you should eat more complex carbohydrate. During the competitions, take simple carbohydrate, and after the competitions, take complex carbohydrate. Next is energy requirement. Energy requirement of an individual. The daily energy, how much energy the persons required in a day. It can be found out by adding the basal energy requirement plus extra energy requirement. Okay, the daily energy requirement of an individual is evaluated by adding basal energy requirement with extra energy requirement. And energy requirement, it is measured in heat unit, that is calories or kilocalories and 1 calories rise the temperatures to 1 degree or 1 gram. The basal energy requirement is calculated uh, by multiplying the weight into hours, that is 1 day, that is 24 hours with 1.3 calories, that is this is the basal energy requirements, 1.3 calories into 24 hours into weight of a persons. Through this we can find out the basal energy requirement, and to find out the extra energy requirement, if we do any physical workout, then extra energy is required. Then extra energy is calculated by multiplying the body weight of a person's into number of hours he has done training with 8.5 calories. Okay, and this is the basic energy requirement plus extra energy requirement is equal to energy requirement of an individual per day. Now we have completed our second unit, sports and nutrients. Let's do a fast revision of these chapters. First, nutrition. Nutrition, it is a process. It is a biochemical or physiological process by which an organisms use food to support its life. Okay, nutrition, it is a biochemical or physiological process by which an organisms use food to support its life. It include intake of food, absorptions, assimilations, biosynthesis, catabolisms and excretion. The food which we eat is known as diet. Diet, it is the basic requirement of an individual because it provides energy, helps in growth and development, etc. Balanced diet means the diet which contain all nutrients. Nutrients means chemicals which is found in the food like carbohydrate, proteins, fat, vitamins, minerals. These all are the nutrients which is found in the food. So balanced diet means the diet which contain all nutrients, that is carbohydrate, proteins, fats, vitamin, minerals in a correct proportion for efficient working of the body. Balanced diet is divided into 3 parts: energy yielding food, body building food and defensive food. Energy yielding food means those food which provide energy like carbohydrate and fat. Carbohydrate and fat are the energy yielding foods. We should take 60 to 70% of carbohydrate in our diet. It is a main source of energy, and we should take more complex carbohydrate because the energy contained in complex carbohydrate is more, and we should take 5 to 10% of fat in our diet. Fat are stored in our body. It is difficult to digest the fat and it is stored in our body. Thus, it is difficult to get energy from it. If we take more fat, then it may lead to overweight, obesity, heart disease, etc. Bodybuilding foods consists proteins. Protein helps in growth and development of body. Proteins help to repair the damaged tissue, quick healing from the injury, fast recovery from the injury, etc. And we should take 15 to 20% of protein in our diet. Defensive food, that is vitamins and minerals. It is a defensive foods which improve our immunity system. Therefore, the body improve our immunity systems which help the body to fight against infection, germs, disease, etc. Nutrients, it is divided into two parts, macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients means those nutrients which are required in large quantity, that is carbohydrate, fats, protein. Micronutrients means those nutrients which are required in small quantity, that is vitamins and minerals. Again, vitamin is divided into two parts, fat soluble vitamins and water soluble vitamin. Fat soluble vitamins are vitamin A, D, E and K. Water soluble vitamins are vitamin B and C. Minerals, it is divided into two parts, macro minerals and micro. Macro minerals like calcium, phosphorus, sodium, potassium, chloride, magnesium, sulfur, and micro minerals like iron, iodine, zinc, etc. What are the factors that affect diet? First is age. The children should take more proteins because it's help in growth and development of child, and the old age person should take more vitamins and minerals because it improve their immunity system. Genders, males should take more calories as compared to females due to their physiological and activity needs of the body. Workout or profession. Our balanced diet is also depend upon our workout. If the persons do heavy workout, then he should take more calories as compared to those who do less workout. Body weight. Our diet is also depend upon diet. The persons who is overweight, they should take less carbohydrate and fat, and the persons who is underweight, they should take more carbohydrates and fat. Sports. Our diet is also depend upon sports. Long distance running. The persons who participate in long distance running, they should take more fat because fat acts as emergency source of energy. Body contact game, they should take more proteins because proteins help to repair the damaged tissue. Explosive strength, players needs more carbohydrate, etc. Next is nutritive component of diet. Nutritive component of diet means those diet which provide nutrients, that is carbohydrate, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. Carbohydrate, it is the main source of energy. Okay, carbohydrate, it is the main source of energy. Carbohydrate, it contains compound of carbon, CAR, car मतलब carbon, hydrogens and H means oxygens, carbon, hydrogen and oxygens. We should take 60 to 70% of carbohydrate in our diet. 1 gram of carbohydrate on burning give 9 calories of energy. If we take more carbohydrate, then it is converted into glycogen, which are stored under the which are stored in livers and adipose tissue under the skin. And if we take less carbohydrate, it leads to undernutrition and weight loss. Carbohydrate, it is of two types, simple carbohydrate and complex carbohydrate. Simple carbohydrate are supplied. All simple carbohydrate contains sugars. Simple carbohydrate, it is the immediate source of energy. It provides quick energy. The source of simple carbohydrate are honey, jam, sugar, etc. And complex carbohydrate, it releases the energy slowly. The energy contained in complex carbohydrate is more. The source of complex carbohydrate are wheat, rice, bajra, chana dal, moong dal, etc. Proteins. Proteins contain the chains of amino acids, that is carbon, hydrogens and nitrogen. Proteins helps in growth and development of body, helps to repair the damaged tissue, quick recovery of the injury, etc. Proteins, we should take 15 to 20% in our diet. Protein, it is of two types, essential protein and non-essential protein. Essential proteins, there are 9 essential proteins which are taken from the foods. It is not made in the body. And non-essential proteins, there are 13 non-essential proteins. Body requires them in very less quantity. Next is fat. Fat, it is also the source of energy. Fat also provide energy, and fats contains compound of carbon, hydrogens and oxygens. 1 gram of fats on burning give 9 calories of energy. Therefore, we should take 5 to 10% of fat in our diet. Fat are stored in the body and they are used as emergency source of energy. Fat fat are stored in our body. Okay, fat it is difficult to digest. Okay, fat, it is difficult to digest, therefore it is stored in our body and leads to overweight, obesity, etc. The functions of fats are like fats help in the transportations of important vitamins like vitamin A, D, E, K. Its help in blood clotting, maintenance of skin and hair, etc. Next is vitamins. Vitamins are micro minerals which are required in small quantity, but it is very essential for normal working of the body. There are 13 essential vitamins. There are 13 vitamins, but 13 vitamins, but the important vitamins are vitamin A, D, E and K. Vitamin A, B, C, D, E and K. Vitamins, it is of two types. Vitamins, it is divided into two parts, fat soluble vitamins and water soluble vitamin. Fat soluble vitamins are those vitamins which are soluble in fat and are stored in the body, fatty tissue, stored in the livers and fatty tissue. And source of fat soluble vitamins are like vitamin A, D, E, K. Vitamin A, it is also known as retinol. Vitamin A helps in growth and development of eyes and skin. Deficiency of vitamin A cause night blindness. Vitamin D help in formations of strong bones and teeth. Deficiency of vitamin D cause rickets. Vitamins E protect the cell's membranes. Vitamin K helps in clotting of blood. And water soluble vitamins, those vitamins which are soluble in waters, we require more frequently because it is destroyed by the heat. And water soluble vitamins are vitamin B and C. Vitamin B There are various type of vitamin, there are various type of vitamins, and some vitamin B, it is known as vitamin B complex. Vitamin, various type of vitamin like vitamin B1, B2, B3, B12, etc. Vitamin B1, its deficiency cause beriberi. It's helping growth and development, growth and developments. Vitamin B2, it is also known as riboflavin. It's help in growth of red blood cells. Its deficiency cause retarded growth, means slow growth. B3, niacin, its deficiency cause pellagra, and in which the sensitivity of the skin is lost, therefore there is irritation over the skin. Vitamin B12, vitamin B12 is known as cobalamin. Its help in the transfer, its help in metabolisms and transferring the energy. Its deficiency cause anemia. Minerals, it is also vitamins, it is a micro minerals which are required in small quantity, but it is very essential. Vitamins, minerals are supplied in the form of salt by various food items. Minerals, it is of two types, macro minerals and micro minerals. Macro minerals like calcium, potassium, phosphorus, sodiums, and micro minerals like iron, iodine, copper, zinc, fluoride, etc. Non-nutritive component of diet means those diet which does not provide nutrients, but it is very essential for proper functioning of our organs. Non-nutritive components of diet like waters, roughes, artificial sweeteners, preservatives, etc. Waters, our body consists of approximately 70% of waters. Therefore, we should take sufficient amount of waters. Waters helps in maintaining the body temperatures, transportations of important nutrients in the body, helps to eliminate the waste product from our body in the form of sweating, improve the quality of the skin, improve the functioning of our kidney, improve digestions, etc. Roughage, it is also known as fibers. It is indigestible portion of the food which cannot be digested, but it's help in digestions. Fibers we get from the plant-based product, plant-based food product. It's help in digestions, prevent constipations, managing the cholesterol levels, etc. Artificial sweetness is provide the taste of sweet, and the persons suffering and the diabetes persons, they take artificial sweeteners. And preservatives, it is used to preserve the food for a long period of time. Next is food pitfall of dieting. Pitfall of dieting means uh, pitfall of dieting, usually to look to reduce the weight, the person start dieting, taking slimming pills, reducing their meals, etc., which affect their health. Some pitfalls, some disadvantages of dieting are extreme reductions of calories. To reduce the weight, they start reducing the calories which affect their health. It leads to tiredness, body pain, etc. Skipping their meal, taking low energy diet, not performing physical workout, using slimming pill, taking stress, tensions, etc. These are the some pitfall of dieting. Next is food intolerance. Food intolerance. Food intolerance means when a person face difficulty in digesting of food. ठीक है, food intolerance take place in the digestive systems. This problem arise. The food intolerance means the persons face difficulty in digesting a certain food properly. This problem arises when a person's consume large amount of food, whereas less amount of same food can be consumed and digested without any problem. This is due to the deficiency of enzyme, um, which is it occurs when our body is not able to break down the food properly due to the deficiency of enzyme when the persons take more food items. Okay, so food intolerance means when a person face difficulty in digesting of food. Okay, food intolerance means the persons face difficulty in digesting a particular food due to the deficiency of enzyme. It arises when a person consumes large amount of food and when he and the same food, less amount of same food can be consumed, can be digested and consumed by the body, but when he take more, then he will face difficulty in digesting the food due to the deficiency of enzyme. And the symptoms of food intolerance are vomiting, headache, pain in joint, nausea, rashes on the skin, etc. And the persons, therefore the persons should meet the expert doctor for food intolerance and follow the instruction given by the doctor.